Hey gamers, it's G from the corner. I'm back.
He's back.
I'm back.
We're back.
We're back. Covering Nintendo Direct, and then I'm going back into hibernation for just a little bit longer. But yeah, hey, it's a partner showcase, but it's still like the first or the third Direct of the year. So
Yeah.
we might as well cover it. It's a tremendous occasion, and and it's a partner showcase.
And supposedly it's supposed to be a big one.
Okay, look, man. Partner showcases have historically been oh God, why is it not a regular Nintendo Direct show? Every single time they announce one of these,
It's a sucker punch.
it's like damn it. And like this time, I kind of saw it coming. We knew about a lot of first-party games going into the year, and when they, in the last 2 weeks, dated two of their undated first-party games, I was like, okay, something's up here.
You called it.
I kind of made the read. Am I happy about that? Not really. I kind of would have rather been getting hyped up to see something crazy like 3D Mario or Xenoblade 4 tomorrow, but
I'll get that eventually. That'll be for another video.
Exactly. We'll talk a little bit about what we think's going on and what their overall plans are after, but first let's focus on what we got right now. We're in for a 30-minute partner showcase, or at least approximately 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That makes it the longest partner showcase we've had yet. I don't think any of them actually hit the 30-minute mark before, so that's a bit exciting.
That is. I mean, clearly they have a lot of third parties they want to show and a lot of games that they want to be revealed here. So
yeah. Now the question just becomes like, what's the level of kind of game to expect? There's been some partner showcases we had in 2024 where it was a lot of smaller third-party games, some indie stuff, and even the one we had last year, there was were there that many big noteworthy games at the one from last year?
Nothing too crazy that I can think of.
I think
nothing that big. We already knew about all the third parties from the Switch 2 presentation.
Yeah, but
that's where we saw most
a lot of them didn't show up at that one, did they?
No, that's why.
Yeah.
But I think, and the general reception that's coming from the show is that it will be
okay. So I think this is basically the last chance for them to prove to me that partner showcases are not simply expectation setters for when Nintendo doesn't want to show their big stuff, but they want to show stuff, and they have contractual obligations maybe. So with that said, I got a few kind of big talking points that I think I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that feel like expected ones. Two that I want to start with right now. First, Capcom.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Huge presence. Capcom has been loving. At the show, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they have had a huge presence on the Switch.
Okay.
They've clearly made it known that they care about the Switch. We're definitely gonna have mentions of Resi 9 and Pragmata. So,
I think you will see Leon and Grace amiibos at this show.
That's what I'm the most hyped for,
And that's it.
That's it.
Pragmata will be at the State of Play next week. That's my read. That's my read. That's happening because there's probably a State of Play next week. Why would they have every Capcom?
So there's a demo on PC that you can only play right now, and they promised that it would come to consoles eventually.
It'll come to consoles next week.
So then they're not going to do it with the Switch.
No, they'll do it for
Capcom's
the PlayStation.
loving Nintendo though.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
they gotta spread it out a
hand.
bit. Resident Evil will be here because they've already shown they want to market Resident Evil at Nintendo shows. They did it back in September, and there's amiibos. That's something that they have to talk about for the Switch. But a demo, that's something you could talk about.
That's true.
Thing. I'm also kind of hoping that's the case because we already know that's coming. To take up a slot at this show
you're
on
right,
something
you're right.
that.
It's unnecessary time to talk about something.
Yeah. That's my thought. Do you think it'll shadow drop after the show?
I have a feeling, but
okay, all right, that's okay.
I don't know because I feel like they care a lot about Nintendo right now, and that's their priority compared to Sony. So I feel like they would rather have a presence here, but definitely the amiibo.
Do you think Capcom has anything else tomorrow?
No,
no,
I don't think so. Part of me at first was like maybe they show off something new. But they already have so many things coming up that they just kind of want to mention them, and that's it. Yeah, the only thing I can expect, although I think this might be, maybe now's not the time for it, maybe they do this at a future general direct, whatever the next or big direct is, a Monster Hunter Wild Sport, because there's been rumblings about that. Yeah, that's a possibility. But
I don't know. Maybe not.
Even if they do like mention it, I don't think it'll be anytime soon.
Yeah, it'd probably be like in the summer or something.
Summer later in the year.
Yeah.
Which they could wait for like a big direct to say that.
Yeah, there's part of me was thinking for a minute that Mega Man would show up here because there were some rumblings about we're not going to have to wait too much longer to see Dual Override again, but nobody said anything, so I kind of am going to doubt it. I'm very pumped for that game. I'd love to see more of it. But yeah.
Might be a bit too early, but yeah.
But yeah, okay, another big one. From Software.
Yeah. Definitely, I was gonna bring that up too. Let's start off with the simple one, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring will be here.
They're gonna date it.
Yeah, they're gonna date it.
I think it's gonna be relatively soon.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking like April, May at the latest.
Yeah.
Something like
Makes
that.
sense. They just wanted to polish the game, and that's it.
I don't think Duskbloods is here.
You don't think Duskbloods is here?
I don't think Duskbloods is here. I think Duskbloods either shows up in the next general or it gets its own direct.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's gonna have a little trailer, and at the end they're gonna be like, "Tune in on this day for more information."
Yeah,
on
I
this
could
game.
see that happening. Yeah, actually, that
For a
would make
deep
sense.
dive.
If it were to show up here, like, because I feel like you can't show that game off again and not have it be a big blowout, or at least say that you're doing a big blowout.
It's a big deal.
And I don't know if a partner showcase, like, they don't like doing big blowouts and folks
they're not
spotlights
gonna spend like
on
5 minutes on.
When was the last time they've spent 5 minutes on one game in a Nintendo Direct?
Yeah.
Like, it's been a while. They don't really like doing that anymore. Yeah. So like it probably gets its own show. I think that, and that could even get announced maybe at some point in the show, and then they do a big blowout, they give it a date, they maybe do an online test or something.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, I mean, that all makes sense.
Yeah.
How about Amiibo though for Elden Ring? Because they had a Solaire Amiibo.
I saw.
Yeah, right.
The pod.
Yeah. So they've been going so crazy on Amiibo. Yeah,
no.
Every single thing that they've done Amiibo for it.
100%. Yeah, no. There definitely will be some Amiibos here. But yeah, and then like I'm trying to think of other big ones. I guess like this is one that I feel like we're both gonna have something to say about, so I'll just say it. Square Enix.
I think that the next Final Fantasy remake will be there.
I was ready to say that, but like part of me thinks it's too soon, right?
But like all the rumors are saying it's coming out in the summer.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think.
Like, what if they even tease the third one?
They would no. That's not.
Because that's coming out at the end of this year. Do you think?
I
think that game.
Jeff gets that one.
But I think it's coming out at the end of this year, or at the beginning of next year.
I think like maybe mid next year. I think we'll hear about it in the summer. I think we'll hear about it in the summer.
Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Yeah. But it's not.
We'll hold our horses there. Okay.
Yeah, I think this showing up, if it truly is coming out as soon as people say, this showing up here is just dependent on when like the next Nintendo Direct is.
Yeah. True.
If
they would want to save that.
I feel like that because like again, people are expecting these big announcements here, and I'm like,
it can't be that crazy.
It's not going to be
never
that
been
crazy.
That crazy.
It's never been that crazy. I'm listening to
but there's so much potential things that they can talk about.
That's the problem. There's all this potential. Yeah. Okay, there is something about the tweet that nobody pointed out.
Oh yeah.
That pissed me off because I'm happy nobody pointed it out because this would ruin speculation. They are always very careful about their direct announcements. They say stuff like with partner showcases. They're always like, featuring games for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 from our developing and publishing partners, or just publishing partners. No mention of that this time.
Yeah.
No word of that.
They straight up just said games for the Nintendo and
Nintendo Switch like 2. They just kind of feel like it's like there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow and they accidentally called it a partner showcase. Something like, oops, sorry, it's actually a big Direct. Like it's
interesting.
Part of me thinks there is something that breaks that rule. I don't know. Let's talk about like Nintendo possibly showing up here after because I've got my own thoughts on that. But yeah, I mean like. I don't think, like, you got to look at the lineups from these previous partner showcases. Even, like, look at the summer one, right? They could have announced Resi 9 was coming to Switch 2 in that one. That would have been a big deal, but they saved it for a general direct. They clearly don't want to have the crazy announcements here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that, yeah.
All right.
I can agree.
Individual predictions?
Do you think we get anything Fallout here? Because I know they announced, Bethesda did it through a tweet, or like a little mini trailer that they put out saying that, for Fallout 4 is coming to Switch 2.
Yeah, people keep thinking
Nintendo barely said anything about it.
Sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Like sizzle reel material.
Yeah.
Like,
with the date and that's it.
Yeah, literally that's all you need to know, I think. Because if it's not like low key, I don't think. And no Fallout 3.
No remakes. Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
That's not happening. No Oblivion, no Doom the Dark Ages. Microsoft, everybody's talking. Okay, that's another one. Microsoft, is Phil Spencer going to show up and say he loves Nintendo? No, that's not happening.
That would be funny.
That's not happening. Okay. I think there are two Microsoft games that could show up here. One of them, this is more so a personal want, the game from Double Fine Kiln that was announced at the Xbox Developer Direct. I think that looks fantastic.
Real, being like, oh, it's coming to Switch as well.
I would love that. Maybe even a little trailer, give it a release date or something.
It fits the Switch so well.
100%. Yeah. It's a fun game. I love it just looks like so much fun, and I want to play that on my Switch. So I want it. I would really like it. But the other one, I think that this could close the show.
Oh, no.
It's not going to be something that any of us care about. But it's something that they have to do because they promised a court of law that they would do it.
Oh, man.
What if they end it by being like, guys, Black Ops 7 is on Switch 2
That'd be so
right now. They
right now?
Black Ops 7
so
digital only because it already came out physically last year, so they're not going to do a big marketing cycle because they got to start marketing the next one just to get, because rumors are that COD's coming to Switch 2 soon.
You don't think it would be like they wait till the next one and it's day and date?
Apparently, something's coming earlier this year. That's what rumors are saying right now. So I don't know. I'm not going to say like it's 100% like that's what's happening, but part of me thinks there's a chance that that's how they do it.
They've done Call of Duty remakes in the past of like older ones, like little remakes that they've thrown out mid-year in between cycles.
Maybe they could do that.
So maybe that's what that could be.
If COD is here, I think it is like they treat it like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it's
like it will be.
It's the end of the show, which is really funny that I'm saying Black Ops 7 is the end of another games show. That would be, God, that would actually.
I
be
hope
so
that's
funny.
not it.
That would actually be so. I have another one more thing that's even worse. But you first. Give me another prediction.
Oh man. Okay. So, can I bring up what I think is going to be the final announcement?
Okay, yeah, screw it, go.
I think it's going to be Sonic Frontiers 2.
Oh, you think 3D Sonic?
Yeah.
All right.
I think this is a good place to put it.
Yeah.
Sega needs a presence.
100%. Yeah, no, that was another company I was debating bringing it up. Like, I could see them announcing another Yakuza port, even though, like, Kiwami 3 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
But, like, they did announce Kiwami 3 while Kiwami 2 was still coming to Switch. So,
True.
you know,
So
like, it's clearly a different... Yeah, like, maybe, like, the RPG ones or something. So, that could be there. Persona, maybe, like, if P4 Revival, if they're ready to talk about that again, they could announce that's coming to Switch, too. But
how about any of the old returning games? Remember how that years and years ago where they announced Sunset Overdrive?
You know what? I mean,
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, you know, Jet Set. Yeah, Jet Set could, like, Jet Set or Crazy Taxi. I'd love to see those. I'm not like thinking of those. I think I said this to you the other day, but like a baller way to wrap up this direct would be like announce the next big 3D Sonic. And only at a Nintendo Direct can you do this. Shadow drop SA1 and SA2 on it. So people would lose their minds. Yeah. People would be so...
That would be a good final.
I'd be satisfied.
Yeah,
I'd be like, okay.
to the Call of Duty.
Yeah. Okay, all right. You want to hear something even worse?
Oh, no.
So there is a huge developer. Like, this is like a big developer that I have not heard anybody talk about having a presence on Switch and Switch 2. Switch 2. Granted, they haven't had any of their games come to Switch.
Okay.
But I know that their games are big and they rake in a lot of money, and I feel like they can't really, like, Nintendo probably wants to get these games onto Switch 2. I think they would have a very popular user base on Switch 2. I wonder if you're connecting the dots here.
I'm so scared.
I think they could end this direct on a little Hoyoverse special.
Oh my lord. Oh yeah.
They announced Genshin, Honkai.
Did they promise Genshin was coming
to the Switch 1. Yeah. Forget that. They announced Genshin, Honkai, and Zenless coming to Switch 2. And they shadow drop one of them. They say like Honkai is out right now or something.
I mean, I wouldn't care for that, but like I guess that would be okay.
Like I would be like,
that would appease a lot of people.
Yeah, like see that's like like that could be the final announcement.
Yeah, it could be.
Like that could, especially by the standards of some of the other things they've closed down on before. Remember the one where they ended on Yakuza Kiwami coming to Switch 1?
Yeah.
And then it was like a shit port too. Yeah. Like I could see, like this is where, for the record, so that this is where my expectation is that there will be maybe one thing that appeals to me at this show, but it's going to be a lot of like if there is a big thing here, it's not going to be that exciting.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be you know, like something like COD is the
all
one more thing, or Hoyoverse.
Brought over, yeah.
Yeah.
There won't be any like third parties bringing like a brand new big announcement.
Yeah. Maybe small stuff, but like not like big stuff. Yeah. Let's turn things around a bit. You have anything fun?
Anything small? Okay, this is something that we've both been hyped for.
Yeah.
There's this little game that was announced by Nitro called Mouseworks.
God, can they just...
I don't know how often do they show small indie games at these presentations.
They
do
usually
save
do.
For Indie
There's
World?
usually one or two that always kind of sneak their way in.
Okay.
The partner showcase that I've been raving about, the one from February 2024, I always really liked that show because they had a lot of shadow drops, but there was quite a big indie presence there. Penny's Big Breakaway. I guess Suika Games kind of indie technically.
Yeah.
Pepper Grinder.
Oh, okay.
All of those games made appearances there. There's some others I'm probably.
I hope there's some indies because I have some more that I want to talk about. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be
Mouseworks.
Mouseworks.
That would be a great shadow drop. I want shadow drops in this direct.
Yeah,
really
that's-
badly. I'm in the
yes.
mood for a good shadow drop.
Yeah, like, it's like that's the thing. When you're doing these kind of partner showcases, I know I'm not going in expecting big stuff for the future, so I want like some immediate satisfaction.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
I want them to be like, that's why we're talking about like Sonic getting shadow drop, Mousework getting shadow drop,
yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
They're crazy. They're crazy.
Oh man, like something like that would be like, kind of fun. Like, I don't know, Mousework is, for the uninitiated, Mousework is an indie game from Nitrome that is like a kind of party co-op mouse game where you're doing these little like tasks with a mouse. I'd compare it
all
to part-time.
focuses on the main gimmick of the Switch too.
Yeah.
That hasn't had any representation or any games.
Yeah,
so
there's been
exciting.
they announced the game very, very early. They hadn't even gotten dev kits at the time. I hope that within that time the game has been wrapped up and they've gotten dev kits and they've ported it over. We haven't heard anything about it since like the end of the summer. So
it's been a while.
Maybe Nintendo. If I were Nintendo, I'd probably look at that and be like, oh,
This is a cool game.
this is a cool game. This is something they're making for our system. Let's make some. Let's collaborate here. Let's make it a fun shadow drop to get people hyped up after a direct. Like, I think this is the perfect place to drop it, honestly. I would love
100%.
that. I would absolutely love that.
I agree.
Okay, from me, I need to think. There was, like, a number of things
Yeah.
that I think are, like, obviously possible or in the realm of possibility. I think, like, some smaller Switch 1 game from a third party will get announced that we're not expecting. Like,
Do you think there'll be Switch 2 editions? Like some people were talking about Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition.
yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, that's
Did
like
you
a
get
thing.
some things on those lines.
I
of
think
level, or-
I think maybe even a sizzle reel. Like in the September direct, they had a sizzle reel where they announced like Stardew Switch 2, One Piece Power Warriors
So,
Switch
yeah,
2.
that makes
Like
sense.
maybe something. I know there's Hollow Knight was supposed to get a Switch
Yeah.
2 edition, and that has
True.
not come out yet. It's a sizzle reel kind of thing, but like, I could see something like that. I'm gonna let you go with your prediction because I know you have
I got
one
you.
more, another game in that realm. I'm not sniping that one from you.
I got you. So, Mina the Hollower was delayed literally the day of it coming out.
It was delayed like it was like a few weeks.
Yeah, it was so
But
close.
like the eShop said it was
felt
coming
right
out.
before, yeah,
yeah,
literally,
yeah.
And I think that we could get a shadow drop of that game.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's not like Yacht Club is incompetent or something. Like, they were
Yeah.
like 2 weeks from releasing the game and realized they had to delay it 4 months. Like, no.
Yeah.
This game's probably done and
They just wanted to make sure it was in perfect condition.
Yeah. And
'Cause they,
Nintendo probably said, hey, or they probably were like, Nintendo, can we do a shadow drop just to get some more
and
eyes
they've
on it?
collaborated before. They have a pretty decent
They have
relationship.
amiibos. They
Yeah,
have
exactly,
amiibos.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they're the first third party that ever made amiibos.
Yeah.
This is something that I feel like is very likely, honestly. It's definitely, it probably is the shadow drop I am
I'd be really
anticipating the
hyped.
most.
Oh my, I'd instantly get that and be playing it.
Yeah, I'm like intrigued. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up right away, but like it definitely looks like a quality game, and I think they announced it forever ago. I think it's finally time for it to be unleashed.
And it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So is Nintendo gonna be here or what? What's going on?
Wait, before we get to Nintendo, I need to bring up one more thing.
Okay.
One of my most anticipated games of this
Oh my
year
God! Here
is
comes
Enter the Gungeon 2.
Shadow Drop.
Okay, yo, that'd be
No,
crazy.
no,
Do we
no,
see
no.
it here? Because we haven't heard
You know
anything
what?
since last April. They announced
know
it
what?
at the Switch 2 showcase, and we haven't seen anything.
I think if not here, I think it opens the next Indie World.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's
I want
about
something.
time. I feel like they're not going to go that long without us hearing
Yeah.
about it. Maybe we
Yeah.
hear about. Maybe we
That's
do
what
hear
I'm
about it tomorrow. You know?
Clearly, it's only coming to Switch and PC.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
no
I
other
didn't-
consoles.
I didn't know it was like an exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I would
So-
say, yeah, probably soon. It probably
Yeah,
shows up
I hope so.
here or again, like there's a few things where I'm like, it could be here or it could be at the next presentation.
If it's smaller, yeah.
But yeah, is there any other like third party ones that we got to talk about?
I think we kind of locked everything in.
Yeah.
That's mostly everything that's important and that I feel like has a chance.
There's always some jump scares.
Are there any
from third
wild
parties.
cards third parties?
Oh, actually, here's one. Rayman. There's like
Oh,
some
yeah.
Rayman trademark rating that could be here. I don't know, 30th anniversary edition.
What is
whatever.
Ubisoft doing? I don't know.
So I don't even want to think. I don't even, we're not, that's all we're talking. I'm not talking about Ubisoft anymore for the rest of the show. Anyway, guys, Nintendo always has a
exist.
published game at
do.
a partner showcase. what's it gonna be this time?
Or do you want to start off on your crazy?
My predictions are garbage. You're gonna be like, oh, this
garbage.
is what it's actually gonna be.
How about the one?
No, that's not a prediction. That's okay. The here's what's actually gonna happen. Pokopia comes out in 1 month, and it's being developed by Koei Tecmo. There has not been a trailer for that game since November. Like that's. I think that if it's not in this show, expect if it's not in this showcase, expect an overview trailer the night of. Genuinely, that game is like very, very close, and I feel like they haven't really started the marketing cycle for it yet. And I think
that makes so much sense. Yeah,
this is one that needs to show up here. And then the other one, I've heard people say this, and I'm like, this would be the lamest thing. Like these are the two lamest things that Nintendo could show up here with, but I'm like, God damn it, they're totally right. Age of Imprisonment DLC.
Yeah.
Ganondorf is not playable.
Yeah, did they show Age of Imprisonment at the last?
It was. Yeah. Shadow dropped that. Shadow dropped playable Ganondorf or something. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Now I do not think that Nintendo will have. I think they will have one game. If they have two, that is more than what I'm expecting. Anything else that we say here, if this is happening, then other stuff is not happening. Like genuinely. Do you have anything that you want to say?
Anything Nintendo related? Is it possible that they bring up that game that they did a test for?
That seems very internally developed.
Is that super internal? That's not some like side thing that they don't care about that they can throw at the end?
I think it's internal. I think that's something that will probably either show up in a direct or get its own dedicated presentation, depending on the kind of scope of it. Yeah, I don't know.
It's so hard to say something for this because it's like
you basically anything.
Does the wording of the announcement matter that much?
I think it's literally anything that isn't being developed by a team that is 100%. Okay, here I'll give you another one. Actually, this is the one that kind of breaks this rule that I'm about to establish, but. Yeah. I think that there's a chance that Xenosaga is coming back. People have been talking about this for a while, and now the VA for one of the main characters said something about Xenoblade Chronicles on their voice, like some specific.
Yeah.
This shit happens all the time. Yeah, it happens all the time. I don't know. Sometimes it's legit. Sometimes it leads to nothing. I don't know if this is gonna lead to something. If it does, maybe there's a misword here because Xenoblade Chronicles is a game that already exists.
True.
So,
why would there be another Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Xenosaga could appear here because despite Nintendo 100% owning Monolith Soft and them being basically an internal team at this point, the Xenosaga franchise is actually owned by Bandai Namco. So that could be why the wording isn't there. If they're porting those over or remastering them, and that's a big announcement,
that's cool.
Then that's a first-party game, but it's not like it's using a third-party IP. So technically, it fits, but that's a very specific case. Otherwise, I think anything that isn't 100% developed by internal Nintendo is fair game. By that description, but it just depends on what they feel like showing. So like, you give me something.
Could be any little drop.
Give me something.
What have been some past ones? What are some past examples?
So, okay, here, I'll give you some right now. So, in the last Direct, they had Age of Imprisonment, obviously developed by Koei Tecmo. Not even published by Nintendo in some regions, actually. Then, in the February 2024 partner showcase, they had, obviously, NSO, which is, like, it's
we could get some NSO drops,
and also Endless Ocean, which is developed by Eureka, but it's published by Nintendo. It's a Nintendo series. Then there was, in the August 2024 one, Fitness Boxing 3. Fitness Boxing is published by Nintendo. That counts.
That's funny.
Then in June 2022, Mario Rabbids. So, like, there's things here. The biggest one that I always like to point to is, like, in October 2020, they had Part-Time UFO there. And that's made by the Kirby guys. So, Kirby Planet Robot Deluxe could be here. Or something.
That makes sense. That's been going around for a while.
They could just open the Direct on that, honestly.
That'd be cool.
That would be very cool. That would be really cool. If it happens, I'd be pumped as hell, obviously, but, like...
That's so, it's such weird thinking about that because it's a partner showcase.
And then it's like, this could be so great, but it's not. It's
These
not.
are so above and beyond,
It's not, man. They're going to end on Honkai. There will be like 2 Shadow drops, and I won't care about either of them. There will be one game announced for like June that I'll be interested in. That'll be it. Like, I don't know. I was getting pumped about the idea of this, and then as we got closer, I was like, man, these all suck. All these shows... Like, they're good by proxy, okay? I'll be honest.
This is the time that Nintendo needs to, like, lock in.
But they haven't...
Show all their third parties.
Look at how many consoles they're selling. They don't gotta lock in.
Yeah, but, like, there's gonna be third parties. A lot of companies want to hop on and make their games on this.
No, for sure, but I feel like the thing is, even, like, last July partnership, July to September, I just look at that, and I'm like, why wasn't Resident Evil at the partner showcase? FF7 Rebirth, the remake didn't get dated at the partner showcase. They specifically did their smaller things at the show, so I'm just not expecting big things here.
I feel like at this moment, there's so much stuff that needs to be shown that they can't just all save it for the next thing.
Yeah, I know, I guess.
And but last year, things weren't ready.
That's the thing.
Nothing was ready, and now it's the start of the year. They can announce all the third parties they want until the end of the year.
They kind of
showcase.
Yeah, that's the thing. Unless, what if they want to do another partner showcase?
Yeah,
like, what if people keep saying 2 directs, 2 partners a year now? And I was saying that for a while, but if they do that, I could,
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. I feel like this direct kind of just, why does this direct exist? I don't know. Maybe they're not, they just want to keep the news flow going, and they have so many announcements that they're putting the smaller ones into this show, and then the bigger ones will all be saved for something.
The inevitable,
else. Yeah. All right. So, what's the hype level? Give me new thing we're doing here. Out of 10. Out of 10, give me a hype level right now.
Hype level? So most regular Nintendo Directs, I'll be at an 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Because they're always, especially recently, these past couple of years, Generals have been so hype. I've been loving them all.
Yeah.
I think I'm at a 7.5.
7.5?
7.5. For a partner showcase, that's pretty high. I think there's going to be at least one cool shadow drop that I'm going to enjoy. And I'm really hyped to see the Resident Evil amiibo. And I feel like there could be other big third parties that I'll be interested in.
Yeah, I'm not going to manifest any bad will. I'm not going to say a 6 or something. I'm going to go with a 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a 7. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. There again, anything could happen. Third party intelligent systems is known by Nintendo. They could have Fire Emblem. They could have fucking Pushmo for all I know.
True.
That won't happen. But
that's the crazy one.
That's the crazy one. But yeah. Okay. So what do we what do we think? What's their game plan here? What's Nintendo's game plan here? What do we got? What do we got going?
We got February. They're starting off with the partner showcase. Where do they go next?
So
there's
there's actually somewhere that they're going pretty soon.
Oh no.
And I'm just gonna I just want to laugh about this for a few minutes here. So I think the next place Nintendo is actually going is the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Because Pokemon is gonna be doing. There's gonna be Mario Galaxy movie trailer at the Super Bowl, but the Pokemon is doing something. And it's funny because last time Pokemon was at the Super Bowl, they were kind of promoting Go. It was the 20th anniversary, and they were promoting Go as well.
Okay.
They're here again, and we don't know what it is, but God, wouldn't it be so funny if they announced Gen 10 at the Super Bowl?
You're crazy.
Sorry.
They literally have. Oh, what? No. They have a specific presentation that they do yearly. What else are they gonna show in there?
What if they what if they
tease it and then
reveal hear me out. What if they don't even really announce the Gen 10? What if they're just the Pokemon series through the years, and then at the end they're
you randomly see you see 3 Pokemon that you've never seen before?
No, not that far.
Not that
far. Too far. What if they just announce the presents? What if they just announce the presents? They
cute little
at
video.
the end of the commercial, literally just blink and you miss it. Pokemon presents 2:20, 2:27, 9 a.m. We already know that's exactly what's happening because there's some leaks in Masters that mention it. But I don't know, just because I feel like they're going to announce it. They're piping it up so much. They're probably going to formally announce the presentation early.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. But yeah, that's another, that's the thing. They don't need a general direct this month because they're announcing the biggest games coming out this year at the end of the month.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the thing.
that's a crazy one.
Yeah. But hang on though. Is there another big general direct coming next week?
I give it in, and I think that it's in April. I think you're right.
Yeah.
You had the layout of April and September, and then in between they do indies and partners.
Back in September, for the record.
So many people think there's gonna be another one next week or next month, right back to back.
There's some losers who never get anything right, who everybody's talking about now because they're coping, and they're like, oh, there's actually gonna be a direct on the 3rd week of February or in March, and it's okay.
It's crazy,
dude. Go f yourself.
That's a lot. We had so much info in January, and now we're gonna get.
And it's just such a bullshit way to report it. You're saying that it could be 1 week or it'll be an entire month. Come on, man. How do you say for the record, this same guy said the Zelda 40th anniversary campaign was kicking off in January.
Yeah,
so I don't know why everybody's jumping on this guy. He knows what he's talking about now. But yeah, I
can see any smaller directs happening, a specific, we said with maybe the Dustbloods, another upcoming game. But
yeah, I think we can get one in March even, honestly. They've been doing a lot of directs lately. They've been so just compact about stuff. I could see in March we get a direct for Splatoon Raiders or the Dust
Yeah,
ones.
we
Yeah,
didn't see
like
anything about
whichever
that,
one's
yeah.
coming out sooner. Maybe we.
Or maybe a dual direct. They're like it's a split in half. Half of it's
Yeah, that'd be
Raiders,
cool.
half of it's
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I
games.
want a big general to announce the rest of the year's lineup, but I feel like this year especially, maybe they could go back to 3 next year for all we know, but this year especially, they announced so much going in.
Yeah.
That if you did 3-hour-long directs this year, one of them would be the weak link.
Yeah.
Like one of them would be the why did we do
And you
this?
kind of don't want that. They
Yeah.
want to keep them all hype and all fresh. There's no point in having one if it's going to be disappointing.
Yeah, at least like these partner showcases, they're smaller shows.
Yeah,
They put
they're
the-
clearly not supposed to be
Yeah.
anything that big.
Yeah, you know, like it's just kind of funny. I don't know, like this whole situation there. Like we've gotten the fact that we have gotten 2 partner showcases, which are seen as the lesser small directs they do when they have nothing to announce. Like we've gotten 2 of them since the console came out. Like when we were getting these in 2024, I was like, okay, yeah, it's the end of the console's life cycle. There's not much to reveal. Sure, whatever, right? But then like now it's like this is the time when I should be getting pumped. But again,
Yeah.
I could draw comparisons to like
Third parties.
2018. Remember when they had a mini direct in January that year, and they just
man,
announced
yeah, mini
ports,
directs.
and then 2 months later they announced Smash Bros.
Yeah, true.
Like that's literally like that could just be what happens again.
yeah.
3D Mario in 2 months, like
that one should be crazy.
yeah, like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. What do you think? Give me one more. Give me one more prediction.
One more prediction for the show.
Yeah, for this show, for the partner showcase. Just give me like
Anything crazy? Kingdom Hearts 4.
oh yeah. That's the kind of that's what I'm talking
That's my
about.
crazy
That's
crackhead
what
theory
I'm
that
fucking
happened.
talking about. Kingdom Hearts 4.
We're gonna
That's
see it. They're
Yup.
gonna be like, "What's gonna be on Switch day and
It's gonna be
date?"
day and date. Yeah.
That's it. That's all we see.
That's all we see.
Sora doing his thing.
Oh my god, that would be just something else. I think, okay, let me go same tier of like, what the hell? No way. You already said, you mentioned 7 Part 3, so I'm not going to steal that one and say it'll be here.
That was not as crazy though. I don't know.
Okay, actually one more just late port that I'm just going to mention, Starfield.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, but like,
That was
okay,
talked
forget about
about, yeah.
that, forget about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's
Put in the air.
just, it's going to be something fun and crazy. It's going to be the announcement of Ace Attorney 7. Capcom ain't done yet. They gotta pull up the slate even more, baby. It's finally happened after 10 years. The 7th, I don't even know, man. That one's so funny. There was like some turmoil for a minute where people thought that it was happening and then that it wasn't, obviously, but you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, it's we kind of exhausted the predictions, the discussion, all that.
Yeah.
It's been nice coming back to do this.
That was
Get
a
hyped
fun
up.
conversation.
Yeah,
I'm hyped. I don't know.
You know
I'm
what?
hyped.
I am
7.5.
looking forward to it.
We'll
I
have
love.
fun
It's
time
gonna
watching
be.
it.
It's gonna be a fun direct. I'll look back after and be like, they announced some pretty all right stuff. You know, maybe honestly, even if there's only one thing for me,
Yeah.
it's just nice to watch a Nintendo Direct
True,
where
true.
they announce a bunch of video games. For all we know, Kirby could be here. Probably not, but you know, it's
For
possible.
all we know, Smash Brothers could be here.
Yeah,
This
it's
could
fun.
be a secret actual general direct.
Yeah,
At
like
the beginning,
maybe.
they're like, "Psych, it's actually a general direct."
God, you know, anything could happen. They could in a few hours they could be like, actually, psyched. 3D Mall, we have another announcement at the direct too. Like,
Yeah, who knows with Nintendo, but
yeah.
very fun conversation.
Yes, it'll be, you know what, it's going to be a nice show. You expect some reactions here. I might do a video following up that, and then I'm going back into hibernation mode while I work on some things, and then I'll be back. Probably, I'm going to say now, I think in the late spring, early summer, I think.
Yeah.
That's my current
excited for that, I'm
roadmap
excited
for
for
the
that.
corner's grand return. But yeah, I will say keep yourselves cornered for our the next time we meet. And
Very fun time.
yeah, keep it real. Chill
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Enjoy this direct.
Yeah.